Oh my goodness. Oh my Jesus. Alright, how do we make more categories though? This is not enough. I need to edit this trash, okay? First of all, okay, can we just do this? Oh shit, yeah. Okay, I think that's good, right? Is that a good tier list? That's a good tier list idea, right? So we got Berlin, great, not trash, almost trash, trash, and Mendoza. I think that works. So first of all, let's just get this out of the way. All right, S tier, S plus tier, God tier. What are the specifics for ranking, like map design, kill opportunities, and so on? I'd say so. Atmosphere. How did it make you feel the second you were entering the mission? Is probably the most important thing in my opinion. How does the mission make you feel right off the bat? You know what? I don't like not trash. Let's do good. That good is good. All right, almost trash. Okay. Nah, almost trash is a good one. Yeah, we're good. What we're gonna do is, what I want to do is, atmosphere is number one. Then we got the targets, how interesting they are. You know what you can do to manipulate the targets to make it more fun. How many opportunities they give you, stuff like that. The layout of the map, how much freedom the map gives you. The overall design. Alright, well, you know what? I don't think great is going to cut it for the next couple of maps. So let's just fix this shit real quick. This is going to be great. We're great here. God tier. Okay, there we go. I think we fixed it here. Because honestly, you know what? Good should be under great. Okay, because middle of the road maps, okay, and then we'll put, where is it? Mendoza. Fuck this shit. Okay, so we got Mendoza here. Alright, we're good. Just change trash to not Mendoza? Oh, that's a good idea. Not bad. There we go. Okay, so we can agree that Mendoza is trash. This is worse than trash. I would rather jump in my own dumpster than spend 5 minutes exploring Mendoza. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. Berlin is amazing for reasons I've sucked that mission's dick so many times, I don't need to go off about Berlin anymore. But the rest of them are scattered throughout, so let's see. What do we got here? Okay, right off the bat, God tier, no question about it, Chongqing. Chimao. This map has everything a Hitman map should have. It has a really cool way to get the targets to interact. The fluidity of the map, how connected everything is, yet it seems so far away. It's a much bigger map than you think it is, but it's actually it feels small despite it actually being one of the bigger maps in the trilogy, vertically speaking as well as horizontally. So it actually has doesn't it have the most floors out of every map, because it's got like what, 6 floors going up and then 3 floors going down. So I think it's got like 9 levels to it or something. It's a tall fucking map. Paris is God tier for you. I put we might get to Paris in a bit. I think the drone manipulation trick for the targets is really interesting. It's something new. We haven't really had that before. It's got a really cool night and day style to it, like I love the outdoors. I even like how the music, the OST changes when you're outdoors to almost operatic and choir-like, and then you've got fucking the facility downstairs that's like you're in a more intense environment now, and everything seems a little more hostile and it's much more guarded. It's like a fortress, and then so the OST matches that aspect of it as well. It's really cool, and it gives you used to the fucking camera, which you have to give it some credit for that. So Chongqing for me is next to Berlin, the best map in the trilogy, I think. Scale goes up, but there's not much to that building. Feels so disconnected. Scale is like what Chongqing did, but it's like the prototype. You know what I mean? It's. I don't like how there's no way to get there's like maybe one way to get the targets to interact with one another. That's it. and it's really difficult to pull off, and it's annoying. And what about the challenge and scale where you got? We'll hold off on that. I'm thinking. Let's see, what should we do next? After Chongqing. Actually, I did a comparison. I did a thing. I did write these down earlier. This is off the top of my head, though. And I don't know if I still agree with it, but this is... Okay, yeah, I am going to go for it and say... This might cause some controversy, but Santa Fortuna, to me, is fucking awesome. I love this map. What I think I like the most about this map is... it's really challenging. It's one of the harder maps, if not the hardest mission in the game, for most people, I think. I really like. I like how it's divided into 3 quadrants. We are ranking. Hey, hot stuff. Hot stuff. Hey, hot stuff. How you doing? Did you have a good sleep? Everybody, go follow my lady Cammy. She's my IRL bestie. She's super attractive and she's super friendly, and she's also a Hitman fan. So go hit her up on the Twitches and give her a follow for me. I'd really appreciate it. There's an intended way to get them together. I don't know if there is or not. For scale, I have no fucking clue. I don't know much about scale at all, so I'm not gonna I don't have many criticisms about that map, besides the fact that I just don't like how it feels. I've never spent much time in scale. Not nearly as much as most of the other maps, 90% of the other ones. So, Berlin is top tier. Chongqing and Santa Fortuna are god tier. I gotta go with that. Santa Fortuna, I love the divided quadrants. I love it. Hated Santa Fortuna the first few playthroughs, but there's so much depth and sense of achievement to it once you figured it out. Yeah, it's one of the biggest maps in the trilogy. I love the underground area with the submarine. It's its own environment, and then you have the mansion. It's its own environment, and then you have the cocoa fields, and then the town itself. Like there's back areas to the town you can explore where the shaman is. So many little details to that map that really stand out on their own. The target interaction, actually, CJ, dude, you did that really fucking sick, that's really sick strat. I don't even know how you did it, but you got Jorge together with Rico and Andrea, and you killed them all with the falling object on the stage there. That was fucking epic. We gotta fucking watch a video of you doing that on the stream or something, because that was sick. But just the fact that you're able to do that in Santa Fortuna is so fucking cool to me. I love that they can stay separated and you can bring them together, and each of their quadrants feel like completely different maps within the same map. Some people think that's jarring. I love that about it. I can't get enough of it. I really, and for me, when I'm a roulette player, I love roulettes so much. I recently got into roulettes, and it's become like my new addiction as far as this game goes. And Santa Fortuna is one of the most fun missions to do a roulette spin on. I fucking love Santa Fortuna roulettes. I've done more spins on Santa Fortuna than any other map except maybe Berlin. That's it. So, I fucking love that map. And the more you learn about it, the better it gets. Not like some maps like Scale, which in my opinion, the more you learn about it, the shittier it gets. So, yeah, I gotta give it to Santa Fortuna. New York is next, I think, for sure. I'd say it's probably God tier, because it's the one map in Hitman 2 that I think everyone in the community agrees on is good. You know, like I was saying earlier, there are people that will say Santa Fortuna sucks. There are people that will say that the map is great. There are people that will say, you know, fucking any map from Hitman 2 or Hitman 1 is good, and other people will disagree on it. But New York is, I think, unanimously at least good in most people's minds. I've never seen anybody outright say they fucking hate it. I've never seen anyone say they hate it. You know, so as far as I'm concerned, New York belongs up here. Maybe not God tier though, huh? Maybe not there. Because the more I think about it, maybe it's just great. What do you guys think? Does it belong up here with these fucking giants? Or does it belong... I think maybe we'll keep it in great for now, huh? What do you think? I think that's pretty fair. Given the fact that there's only one target. Yes, there's multiple ways to attain the bank vault, or you can get the fucking tokens. I mean, you know, that's cool, but again, once you've done it a few times, it gets a little boring because you kind of are forced to do it one of two ways every time, no matter what. So, and the one target, she kind of just sits in her office and does her thing. The thing that saves the map for me is the overall feel to it. It's a really interesting feeling environment, and it feels lively. It feels like you are in an actual bank. It's really immersive in that way. So I enjoy the atmosphere in New York a lot, which I think is a testament to why I have it so high, but I don't know. Some people might disagree with that. I don't know. I think it's a great map. I'm going to leave it on great. Maybe it'll go up, maybe it'll go down. I don't know. What do you guys think? We'll cross that bridge. Frank, how you doing, man? What's going on, Frank? Good to see you, bro. I'm just ranking the maps real quick. I want to see what people have to say about it. So, next up, I have Mumbai. And I think I'm going to put Mumbai in... You know, where the fuck is it? I'm going to put Mumbai in great, but above New York. New York's going to go behind it. Nah, Silver, we'll get to Colorado, bruh. We'll get to Colorado. I'm great, man, just ranking the maps in Hitman. But good to see you, Silver. Was geht ab, mein Freund? Mumbai is, it's pretty overwhelming for a lot of people. It's diverse in the community. Some people absolutely fucking hate it. I fucking love it. I think it's top tier Hitman 2 maps for sure. The color scheme of the map is kind of bland, but it's the most lively feeling map there is. I love the target interaction. I love that each target is connected in some way to one another. They're all super interesting with the paths they take. Hab heute den Garden Party Mist gespielt. Oh, du hast es wirklich jetzt heute gespielt? Aber es ist gestern. Yeah, it was released yesterday, right? Or today, I don't fucking know. I don't know. The map itself is Mumbai is a fucking shit show. All right, Mumbai. Yeah, it was yesterday. Okay, Mumbai's a shit show. All right, it's huge. It's the biggest map I think ever created in the franchise. Is it? I'm pretty sure it was. Garden Party by gestern. Yeah, okay. So it was yesterday. Now I want to stay on topic though. All right. So what do you got against Mendoza? Hey, Release Scaling, how's it going, man? I'll get to Mendoza. Don't worry. We'll talk about that piece of shit. The middle ones are kind of boring because there's not really anything to fucking say. They're great maps or they're good maps. But once we get to the trash, we'll have some stuff to talk about. So I'm going to leave that for last because that's always the most fun shit. So, anyways, Mumbai is just kind of... I think it's great. I love the overall vibes to it. It's the most altering map in my mind because when I initially played it for the first time, I fucking hated it. I thought it was trash. And now it's one of my favorite maps in the game. Just because when it's exactly like what I said about Phantom Fortuna. When you fucking play Mumbai enough and you've explored every nook and cranny of that map and you know it like the back of your dick, it's all of a sudden opens new avenues for you and you have... is there any way I could get a link to this? I want to try this on your own as well. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Here, one sec. Yeah, Coach, that'd be sweet. If you rank that, you gotta let me know. I want to join in for that and see what you have to say about that. That'd be sweet. There's the link if you want to. Anybody wants to rank this shit, you guys can totally do it. I think it'd be great. And it's already set up and ready to go. Mumbai, I almost want to put it in God tier. I really love Mumbai. I like how huge it is. It really adds a lot of. It adds something different to it because most other maps are nowhere near this size. Like Mumbai is fucking massive. But it's not a bunch of wasted space like you would have in, I don't know, the old games, for example. You know, Hidden Valley, even Hawke's Bay in this game is ridiculous. It's so much wasted fucking space. It's a big map with nothing there. Mumbai, there's so much there to interact with. It's ridiculously huge. I've been playing the map since 2018, and I still get lost in the bitch sometimes. It's fucking awesome, though. You got Vanya's little area to explore. She's got the top area. She's got the bottom area. She's got the train cars. There's so much to do in all those train cars. Then you get the entire fucking Charles area and the district of that entire spot. Hey, Trust, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Couriers, where I rank scale. I love the aesthetics of that stormy, dark island. Well, you're probably not going to be too happy about where I put it then, I guess. Mumbai is unappreciated. So people that don't appreciate Mumbai, please spend a little more time in the map, do some exploring, figure it out a little more than you do, because it's in my mind, it's only going to get more quality the more you play it. It's not one of those, you know, it's not one of those maps that gets shittier the more you play it, like Dubai or something. Mumbai is fucking epic. I love that map. In fact, fuck it. I'm going to put it in God tier. It really is God tier. It deserves to be in God tier. It's so fucking good. Next, we got the first Hitman 1 map, Sapienza. I can't argue with anybody who puts it in God tier. I would argue with anybody who puts it in below great, to be honest. Man, Sapienza is the one map in Hitman 1 that really stands out to me. Talk about liveliness and intricacies of the map that are just so divisive. There's so many cool areas to explore in Sapienza. Like you have the church, you have the fucking the ruins. You know, you've got interesting ways for the targets to interact. You know, you have a virus you got to take care of. There's multiple ways to go about getting the fucking virus. Like, it's a fucking town that wasn't even part of the mission, which wasn't even part of the mission. Well, I mean, the town part is cool in its own way. I mean, it has a lot to explore. There's a lot of really cool, you know, disguises you can get there. There's the mission story stuff that is involved in Sapienza. Some of the best mission stories of the game are in Sapienza. The town makes it great for contracts and roulette, though. Absolutely, exactly. Yeah, Linux nailed it there. It's fucking one of the most fun maps to play roulettes on, in my mind. I love Sapienza for that. I'm going to be ranking a lot of these in how they make you feel and how fun they are for roulettes. That's like the number 1 and 2 things. Atmosphere, feeling, and roulette style of playing. Sasso shit, who fucking cares? Anybody can sasso, right? Roulette is something different entirely. I really love to explore every little inch of the map, and roulette allows us to do that. So that's why that's going to be one of the factors in ranking this shit. So Sapienza, it was the second map we fucking got. What, in like April of 2016 it came out? And Paris grabbed me and I was interested in it and I played it for weeks, but I think there was like a week period after it came out that I didn't even touch Paris. And then Sapienza came out. I couldn't put the fucking map down. I had so much fun at Sapienza. And I still didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing. I was just learning the basic shit. Like, there's so much to do in Sapienza. It's the first map that actually feels overwhelming when you first dive into it because it's so big. But it's so vibrant, and the colors scheme that it has, and the overall vibe to everything that's going on is just, it's such an inviting map, just looking at it. Even though it takes place during the day, which for me sucks, because I like nighttime maps, but even though it takes place during the day, I feel like there's this specific atmosphere to the map that really pulls the player in. And a lot of maps lack that, and Sapienza nails it. So I think it belongs in God tier. It's a great fucking map. It should. In fact, fuck it. Let's put it one above Mumbai here, because I think Sapienza should go above Mumbai. I have more fun in Sapienza than I do in Mumbai, but I think they're both incredibly fucking great maps. Okay, so next up we're gonna have Paris. Paris is another one that's gotta be God tier. Paris is fucking. It's like a tutorial map because it's very limited in a lot of ways, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's nostalgia because it was the first map we got. I mean, I played this on day one of release. I'm sure a lot of you did. And I was hooked immediately. I'm like, this is what we have to look forward to. This is the new Hitman game. I went from playing Absolution to this now. Like, this is just the feeling of you walk in on the red carpet. You open up in front of a big, gorgeous looking fucking fountain. You get inside, there's NPCs everywhere. It's like you're in a real fashion show. It's like you're actually fucking there. Out of nowhere, your first target comes down the stairs in all his glory, you know, and immediately you're thinking of all the fucking ways to take this bitch out. Oh, I can drop that chandelier on him, but then everyone's gonna see that, you know, stuff like that. Like little details like that. It immediately puts you in the zone of, wow, this is epic, and okay, now I'm Hitman. It immediately gets you in. It's not like, there's no dilly-daddling with this map. It's fucking balls to the wall, awesome the second you get in there. Paris hits on all my criteria. Great main mission, great roulette, great contracts, and great speed runs. Yeah, it really does fire on all cylinders. It's amazing. Trust nostalgia. You love anything nostalgic? Yeah, your name fits that. Walking the target right down the stairs right in front of you with surrounded by people is chef's kiss. Yeah, fuck yeah. It's exactly that. It's so sick. Paris is like, please, devs, take notes. This is how you introduce a fucking game. Paris. That map is fucking sick, okay? That's a map we need to cherish. It's so fucking great. Everything about Paris is awesome. There's so much to explore. That you got the attic, you have the upper levels, you have the basement area to explore, you have the outside areas. You know, there's the what is it called when you go off to the side, and there's the fucking area where you can snipe them from on top of that. Wie heißt es auf Englisch jetzt? Quatsch. Es ist ganz nah the Baustelle. Fuck, I don't know what it's called. Anyways, it's really fucking good. There's so many interesting things about Paris. You can walk the fucking walkway in the fucking the barge. Thank you, Coates. The barge, yes. That shit is like this construction site. Yeah, where the barge is. That's right. Yeah, that's it. There's so many interesting fucking things about Paris. You can walk the fucking walkway dressed as Helmut Kruger. This is unglaublich. Oh, fuck, I couldn't believe that shit. I love that. I love that so much. I love those little details, man. Paris over Santa Fortuna? No. I like Santa Fortuna more. But hey, Autumn Squid, how you doing, bro? When I first played Paris, I had a much bigger, completely different layout in mind. You had a much bigger, completely different layout in mind? So many good ways to take out your targets too. Yeah, dude, it's so fucking... Dude, you can push one of the targets over the ledge and make her fall onto the other target. No other Hitman map has done that. That's pretty fucking sick. Like, the only thing that's even come close to that level of cool is in Chongqing, when you can get the two targets together and blow them up together. That's pretty sick. Or if you're CJ, you can do a fucking flying fire axe or some shit. You know? Like, that's... when you can do stuff like that in a map, it's automatically going to bump it up several pegs for me. So Paris belongs in God tier. It's never going to be out of God tier. It'll always be in God tier, and even when we get other maps that may be better than Paris. I think, honestly, let's put it one above Mumbai. I don't want to have Mumbai. Okay, so this is the ranking I think should be for the God tiers, in my opinion. What else we got? Oh, okay. This one's gonna be divisive. Haven. I think that's it for God tier. I'm pretty sure we don't have any more of those. But Haven Island it belongs up here in my opinion. The thing about Haven, everybody hates Haven, okay? It's very, very divided in the community what people think about Haven. But the thing about Haven is there's so many cool parts to Haven, man. So many cool parts to Haven. Shimon, shut the fuck up and listen, alright? Learn a fucking thing or two, alright? Okay. I'm not including the fact that Haven is broken as shit, alright? Let's just take the whole fucking broken trash out of it for this one reason. Because Haven is fucking gorgeous. Okay? Yes, Haven is a broken mess. The view cones are trash. The wall hacks are everywhere, okay? It's garbage for that. But if you just look at it for how it makes you feel when you get in the map, how interesting the targets are, I really think Haven has a lot to offer. I think Haven is something new and exciting. There are no other maps like Haven. Haven is fucking beautiful. Yeah, it really is beautiful. Like, it feels great just to be in it. And I love the storm gimmick as well. When you've killed two of the targets and you're about to kill the third, then the storm starts rolling in. I love that. That's a really cool extra little gimmick about Haven that's lost in a lot of other maps. I think Haven is overlooked a lot of the time, specifically because it has programming issues. So people just say, "Oh, fuck Haven, it's trash, it's so busted." And I get that, and I totally think that's a valid argument, and I 100% agree with someone who would rank it on the bottom. But for me, the more that I've played Haven Island, especially with roulettes, holy shit. Haven Island roulettes, you have to think so far out of the box with roulettes because of that, because of the fucking bullshit wall hacking trash in Haven. You have to think outside the box all the fucking time when you're playing this map. It's so cool. Like, I really like the added challenge that it being broken gives you. I don't like the beach aesthetic, so Haven doesn't jive with me. I'm more of a neon city at night kind of guy. Well, yeah, that explains the Chongqing obsession. I get it, man. Chongqing is way better than Haven in my mind. They don't even fucking compare. Like, there's a large gap between God tier and great in my books. But Haven, to me, deserves a little more praise than it gets. I mean, we've already passed all the top tier shit now. We've already passed all the top tier shit. We've discussed why these maps are God tier. We've discussed New York and why it's great. Haven has problems, but if you take away the fact that it's a broken mess, with bugs and glitches and problems, it has a lot of quality things to offer. And I think people should give Haven a little more of a chance. Yes, you're going to get wall hacked. Yes, it's going to piss you off. But besides that, if it didn't have those problems, it would be one of the sickest maps in the trilogy. It really, really would. I don't think you can really argue that. There's so many cool things. You can kill people with fucking starfish and seashells that you found selling some chick on by the seashore? Like, come on, man. That's so fucking sick. I love that shit. Alright? Haven's fucking the tits. And on top of that, you got this big-ass beach area, and then you get this cool lab downstairs that's got, there's so many cool parts to that lab. You can bring Tyson Williams downstairs and Stephen Bradley if you fucking override the shit. You can kill Tyson and Bradley in the labs downstairs. I love that. Like, it's really cool. The target interaction in this game is epic, man. I love it. I really think people should give Haven a little more of a chance. That's all. This is my opinion. I think this is the one map people are going to hella disagree with. Corby and Jack, hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that, man. This is the one map people are going to disagree with. I know that. Okay. Like, so far from the ones I've talked about, I'm pretty sure everybody agrees that these are, pretty damn good maps. Maybe not so much Mumbai. Maybe Mumbai is one step lower for some of you. But for the most part, I think a lot of people agree that this is the ranking, more or less. Switch a couple of them around, I'm sure. But Haven is probably the most subjective one yet that I've talked about. But I'm standing by what I said. Haven is sick, and people should give it more of a chance. Don't just look at it for a broken mess that it is, because it is broken. But if Haven had a security building above ground, had a suit spawn... Well, it does have a security building above ground. It's just small. Had a suit spawn on the opposite side of the pier start and was at dusk instead of midday, I'd have it in the middle. Oh, wow, so you just hate Haven. Wow, okay. Well, I get that. I watched your 5-wire race versus Yanini, and you got fucking... Haven was kicking your ass because it was just... Because it's a buggy-ass mess. I get it, man, I get it. It's got bad memories on that one. Fuck. No, I get it. It's a fucking... It's a divided map, for sure. I hated Haven before that, too. I know, I'm just saying. I think Berlin is not Mendoza. No, Mendoza is trash, and Berlin is above God tier. Remember the kill where you can drown both on one hot tub in the spa view? Which map is that? The hate wouldn't be so much if the view cones were not broken. That is the problem. The map is fine. Exactly, yeah. That's the thing I'm trying to drive home about Haven. If you take away the fact that it's broken, okay, which has nothing really to do with the map itself, it's a great fucking map. And I think people should really... people do sleep on Haven a bit. And they shouldn't, because it's really fucking good. In roulette rivals, when Haven comes up, I'm gonna be fucking sitting there with popcorn in my hand, just like fucking eyes glued to the screen, waiting for the rips to start happening, because I know it's gonna be rips fucking central, because it always is with this piece of shit map with the broken shit. But that's part of the fun. I love that shit. I love that extra fucking excitement that it adds, man. Haven's fucking great, okay? I love Haven. Yeah, I'll swear up and down when I get spotted by a fucking NPC from the other side of the map through 6 walls, you know? Okay, fine. They saw me through 69 panes of fucking wood. Great. I fucking hate this shit. But the map itself, come on, man. It's so... You can dig up a fucking pirate sword in the middle of a random island in the middle of the fucking map. You can dig up a pirate chest with the fucking sick saber inside. Like, come on. There's so many cool things about this map that people just don't... They don't fucking... I don't know, maybe you just don't appreciate it as much. That's fine. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that, you know, my opinion is just better. That's all. Why can't that same energy for Haven be applied for Dartmoor, though? Same shit with Haven then. Well, if Dartmoor had more targets, it would be a better map. That Dartmoor was a missed opportunity. But I think we're actually getting there pretty damn quick, are we not? No, I got one more on the list before I have Haven. Where is it? This one. Miami. Miami is good. I've spent a lot more time in Miami lately. I just think that I used to give Miami a lot more shit than it deserved back in the day. Like when Hitman 2 first came out, I fucking hated Miami. And I did for like 2 years. It wasn't until like pretty much Hitman 3 came out and I really started buckling down and like learning Miami more than it was, because I didn't care about Ghost Mode or any of that shit. And that was like the only map available for Ghost Mode for forever, so everybody was learning Miami but me, because I just didn't care about that shit. So I gotta give it to Miami. Like it for me, Miami is the most boring map for roulettes, because it's the same fucking strat every single fucking time. You isolate Knox with the laptop, and you bring out Sierra of the car, and you put her in the one closet room, in the garage there. That's it. And then you fucking get the weapons, and you go fucking, you know. Ghost Mode made you appreciate Miami's design more. So that's what I think happened to a lot of people, and I think that I was sleeping on Ghost Mode, so I never fucking played it. So I just didn't fall in love with Miami the way most people did. Miami was on the bottom of my tier some time ago. I'd rank it number 6 nowadays. So the same thing happened to you then, Chrome. And Miami is gorgeous. Yeah, Autumn Squid, I agree with you. It is a gorgeous map. I don't like what Coates was saying a second ago. He's a nighttime neon lights type of dude. I'm a nighttime map type of guy myself. That's why Berlin's my favorite. It's one of the reasons Berlin's my favorite, because it's the one map that actually takes place at night, besides scale, that is fucking also epic in every way. I haven't even really talked about Berlin, but I've already sucked that map's dick enough, so I don't need to keep going on that shit. But despite Miami being in the day, which was my number one gripe with it initially, and Hitman Contracts was my favorite game for 16 years. I played Hitman Contracts probably more than any other video game in my life. Probably still to this day. And a lot of that has to do with the atmosphere that game has, because of every single map being nighttime with rain and just a miserable, brooding, dark setting in all of the maps that really made you feel like, wow, this is uncomfortable. Like I feel like I'm a fucking killer in a world full of killers, and I'm gonna go kill some bad people right now. Like, that's what Contracts made you feel like. I fucking love that game. And when you get into this fucking shit and you start seeing bright colors and sunshine, it's like, where's my Hitman? You know, to me, coming from the old school, it sucks when you see that, because in my opinion, the darkness is what represented Hitman back in the day. Codename 47 had a lot of dark maps. Silent Assassin had a lot of dark maps. Contracts was nothing but dark maps. That's the shit that I grew up with, right? So, to me, that's what matters most, is the map dark or not. And if it's dark, I'll love it. If it's not, probably not going to love it. Blood Money, I turned me off of Blood Money a lot, because a lot of the maps in that fucking game are bright as shit. So then we get into Miami, and it's like, man, Hawke's Bay was sick because it was dark. And I was like, this is cool, even though there's nothing going on here. I thought at least the map looked good. And then I get to Miami, and it's like, man, I don't want to fucking be killing people in the bright, sunny fucking sunshine.
Ooh, it's pretty, and colors, and rainbows, and the sun is shining, and the beach is so pretty, and the water's there. We're gonna ride the dolphins off into the sunset,
which is an actual fucking exit in the map. It's true. So, like, that shit that's not my Hitman. And that's why I was so pissed off about Miami for forever. But I got over it, and I thought, fuck it, let's give Miami a chance. And now it's actually a pretty fucking good map. The more you play it, the better it gets. Now I'm going to catch up with the chat here. What are you guys saying? As if they made the game for roulette. Well, I mean, they didn't, but they should, because roulette is so fucking sick. Miami has the best story missions of the and Easter eggs. I don't know about that. I mean, story missions in Sapienza are pretty sick. The race would look sick if it were at night in Miami. Yeah, exactly. Neon lights there. Seedy individuals should be in seedy environments, or seedy individuals with seedy professions. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Blood Money, at least, the subjects of the bright maps made them darker, I think. Yeah, I agree with that. That must have been partly why. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of the targets in Blood Money were a lot more fucked up. Did a lot more fucked up shit than the new games. So maybe it still retains some of the dark, brooding atmosphere in Blood Money that the older games had, despite being bright and pretty colors. It was a nice marriage between those two. That's why Blood Money was really successful, I think. In a lot of ways, it appealed to the mainstream, and it appealed to the old school Hitman fans, and that's why I think Blood Money was just top tier in every way. It's a great fucking game. I don't think it's as good as Contracts, but I still love Blood Money, and I always will. But we're not talking about Blood Money, we're talking about Miami here. So Miami is one of those maps that it gets better the more you play it. You go into it and you think, this isn't my Hitman, I don't want to fucking play this bright sunny bullshit. I don't want to see no goddamn dolphins. Nah, I want to kill some bitches that are doing horrible shit in the dark. No, it's actually an interesting map. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of exploration here. There's some really cool Easter eggs in Miami. There's so many parts of Miami. I haven't even explored all of it yet. There's some part I'll probably end up getting lost if Miami comes up in a roulette rivals match, and there comes up to be like a fucking disguise that I don't know where it is. Because fun fact, Miami has the most disguises in the entire trilogy. It does. There's like 27 of them. And I only know where like 18 of them are. So if there comes up a disguise that I don't know what the fuck to do about, there's a good chance I'm going to get lost because Miami, I still haven't fully explored the map. But it's moving up for me in the list. Maybe it'll be higher than this one day. That was all sunshine and rainbow. Yeah, but Haven had the storm shit coming at the end. You know, I really like that about Haven. And the underground labs is pretty cool for that as well. But the storm atmosphere thing is what puts Haven one above Miami for me, in my opinion. I don't know. Miami is just too much bright sunny colors. You got the fucking announcer talking over the radio comm every 20 seconds, talking about the fucking race. Like, that shit just pissed me right off. And you have all the people taking pictures, the paparazzi's there. You got these drivers fucking giving interviews and shit. Everybody's hanging out in the lounge. You know, it just makes me feel like I fucking go into Miami and I'm like, I feel claustrophobic. Like, I fucking hate people. There's too many fucking people here. Get me the fuck out of here. I want to go home. You know, that's how I felt initially when I was playing Miami in the beginning. You know, now I got used to it, you know. I blew off a little bit of steam. I killed a lot of NPCs in Miami. One random day I felt better. And then I decided to give Miami a bit of a shot with the roulettes. And ever since starting to play roulette, I've really started to enjoy Miami a little bit more. I don't like that it's the most boring roulette map. That sucks. It sucks for that reason. Like, every person playing Miami, everyone who picks Miami wants an easy win. That's what it is for roulettes. If you pick Miami, it's because everyone's comfortable with it. Everyone knows the strats for Miami to roulette this shit, to isolate the targets. Everybody knows where the disguises are, except for my dumbass. Like, you know, it's that kind of map. It's like a safe zone. It's a safety net for a lot of people who might not be as comfortable with most of the other maps. So, that's my shit. I don't know. The oh my god chick? Yeah, if I fixed the wall hacks on Haven, it would be good. Yeah, agreed. And that, again, that's not really anything about the map. It's more about the mission itself. You have said more bad than good. You should move it down one. Maybe I should. I don't know. No, it deserves to be great because even if it doesn't, even if I don't feel that in my fucking heart right now, I feel like the more I learn about Miami, the better it'll get. It's still a map I'm still experimenting on. I don't know it as well as a lot of people do. I'm sure there's people, like, at least probably most of you in the chat probably know Miami a fuck ton better than I do. I just haven't spent enough time on the map. So, I don't know. I'm gonna keep it in great for now because even if it does go up, it's still sticking in great. You know, it won't move at all in the tier list, I don't think. Probably ever. Because God tier, these 5 maps are untouchable. Absolutely. Berlin is bar none the best map in the franchise, period. And then New York and Haven. Maybe Miami will be better than them one day. I don't know. At least Haven, probably. But, yeah. Okay, next on the list that I did make. Dartmoor. This is we just talked about this a bit ago. We can go off about this now. You guys can say all your pieces. We already talked about this though, so you know it's the definition of a missed opportunity. This map could have been God tier because the map itself is really fucking cool. It looks epic. It looks really good. The atmosphere is epic in Dartmoor. I really love the graveyard. The haunting mansion, the fucking everything about it is awesome. And then you get into the mission, and it's just one target. I know that we said the whole, you know, oh, Haven is broken if you think about it in a mission sense and not in a map sense. You got to appreciate it for the map. But with Dartmoor, I don't know. I kind of want to throw everything at it with Dartmoor. I want to make an exception and just include what everybody knows about Dartmoor. Dartmoor is a total missed opportunity. If you are a casual Hitman player, if you are not an old timer or a fucking speedrunner or a roulette player or something along those lines, if you're just an absolute casual player, Dartmoor will blow you out of your cooch This map is great for casuals. Fucking great for casuals. It's a great first time through map. If you've never played this map before, you'll have a fucking blast. But once you've played it twice, once you've played it 3 times, once you've played it 10 times, every subsequent playthrough gets a little shittier, a little more boring, a little less interesting. There's only so much to learn about this map. There's only so many things you can do in this map. It doesn't allow for very much freedom. The target is boring as hell, and there's only one of them. There's only 2 methods to get the stuff you need from the safe or the tokens. That's it. It's a shitty contracts map. There's a good point too. There's a NIFS reference. There's a NIFS out reference. Oh, Knives Out reference. And it's based on Knives Out, and I don't know about it. Oh fuck! I had no idea about any of that shit. It is a good map, and it doesn't belong in the shitty zone, but it doesn't belong in great either. Dartmoor is a very middle of the road because of its missed opportunity factor. It's funny how Hitman 3 is so divided. Like, look at what we got for Hitman 3 here right now. Just look at that tier list for a second, and just soak that in for a bit and see. Look at that. Chongqing and Berlin are the 2 best maps in the trilogy. They're fucking awesome. And then you got Dartmoor and Mendoza. Mendoza's a shit heap. There's nothing. I'm not even gonna fucking talk about that yet because I got a shit ton to say about that map. But Dartmoor is a very middle of the road map, and it's a missed opportunity, and it's a shame that it is the way it is because it could have been so fucking good. It had everything else going for it. But the way that the targets are designed, it's just... Hitman 3 is super interesting to me in that way. You know, because it's got super awesome shit and then a bunch of trash. You know, it's so weird. You know, at least Hitman 2 is very much, you know, fucking like, kind of like this. All the maps in Hitman 2 pretty much did this. Hitman 1 was like this. You know, and Hitman 3 is like this. You know, it starts at the top and goes to shit. Or at least starts to shit and goes to the top and then goes back to shit. Like, there's no in-between for Hitman 3. I only have red glasses for a few maps, but I try to explain my points with reasoning. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to explain everything right now. I think I'm doing a pretty good job explaining my points with reasoning. Like, Dartmoor's a missed opportunity. You know what they did with Dartmoor? They tried to replicate the feeling we got from playing Bellingford Manor from Hitman Contracts. I don't know if a lot of you have played that game, but I grew up with that game. That's the first game I ever learned how to speedrun. It's one of the first PS2 games I ever really invested my time in, and it was my first real introduction to Hitman, because I played Code 847 when it came out at my buddy's house. I bought Silent Assassin for my PS2 in 2002 when it came out as well, but I didn't really get fully invested in that game because I was really upset about how the NPCs behave. So I kind of put that one away. And then when Contracts came out, I was obsessed with it for like 3 years straight. All I fucking did was play Hitman Contracts. That was all I fucking did when I got home from school. Eventually when I got home from college, that's all I fucking did was I played Contracts. And then Blood Money came out, and blah, 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 the rest is fucking history. But Bellingford Manor was my favorite map in Hitman Contracts, and Dartmoor is like a poor man's version of that map. So for someone like me, who's played Contracts so fucking much and loves Bellingford Manor, it hurts even more to see a map like Dartmoor be the way it is. You know, it's not as strong as it could be. It's a missed opportunity, and I can't put it above the other maps that are already there because they're all great fucking maps. So I gotta put it where it is. Good doesn't mean bad. So if anybody is upset about my placement for Dartmoor, it's still a good map, and eat a bag of dicks. I don't know. All right, let's see. Next up, we got... Where's the next one? Oh, okay. Wilton Creek. If the clues were not mandatory every time, this map would be higher for me, I think. But the clues are fucking stupid. You gotta do the same goddamn clues every fucking time. And the constant fucking... Eat a bag of dicks, hello! I put Dartmoor and Wilton Creek as missed opportunities. Absolutely, yeah. That's a good way to put it, man. The fucking constant fucking speech that Diana has in Wilton Creek is like, it's she talks her ass off in every map, but in Wilton Creek she doesn't shut the fuck up, and it's every, like, especially if you're doing a speed run and you finish the map in 2 minutes, she doesn't shut the fuck up the whole time. She's still talking by the time you're exiting the fucking map. It's so fucking annoying, and you have to hear the same shit every fucking time. It's so no, like. Wilton Creek is a sequel mission, for those who don't know, to a really popular and super awesome map called A New Life in Blood Money. And that's one where you get a target. His name's Vinny. He's undercover, protected. He's in a house arrest situation, protected by the FBI. Or no, he's in fucking, what's it called? Not a house arrest. Safety. I don't fucking know the words for it. You know what I mean? Witness protection. That's what it is. Witness protection. And you got to go in there, deal with the FBI agents, get his ass, get the fuck out of there. Silent assassin. You know what I mean? So, yeah, witness protection. That's the one. You know, there's so many cool things about A New Life. Another Life, Wilton Creek, has none of those cool things. They don't exist in Wilton Creek. It's an attempt at, hey, we remember that you love our old games. Here's some more of that. And it just falls flat on its face because the clues are so fucking boring. Diana doesn't shut the fuck up. The targets, their patterns are so linear. It's the smallest map in the trilogy. There's nothing vertical about it. It's extremely horizontal. It's just like most of the houses are empty. There's a lot of houses you can't even access. Like one of the houses, all you can fucking do in there is grab a letter opener. I mean, and the clues are, if they were more, it would be more interesting if you had reasons to do other clues besides fucking either the photograph in the basement of Janus's house or the letter from the Hammer, whatever the fuck his name is, or the newspaper, or the cigar box. Those are the 4 clues people go for. That's it. No one goes for the guy reading the book on the bench. No one fucking goes for the projector. Like, fucking no one does that one. Like, in the attic. Like, come on. That's a huge waste of time. The only time you'd ever want to do that is if you're trying to complete challenges, and that's it. You do it once, and that's it. So you're basically going to be doing the same fucking clues all the time. So it has nothing of interest there. It's just the Colonials. You're right. It's a fucking. It's a missed opportunity. It tries to be A New Life, but misses the mark. A New Life was such a great, memorable map. Probably the best map in that game. It's not my favorite in that game, but a lot of people love that map. There's so many really cool ways. That map was solely responsible for basically the direction they took Hitman from the World of Assassination era onwards, because A New Life had so many opportunities. You could do so many cool things in that map. And the classic speedrun strats are pretty limited. You know, there's the coin kill in the ceiling, or you could kill the fucking, kill Vinny with the fucking, the bomb planted on the window or something, or whatever the fuck. You know, the speedrun strats are fairly limited. There's maybe like 10 or 15 of them. I don't know, but if you're playing it casually, it's so diverse, and it's such a tiny environment. It's even smaller than Wilton Creek, and it had more opportunities, and there was more stuff to do in that map than in Another Life, and that's why it was a missed opportunity, and that's why I think it should be. It belongs in good. It's not a bad map at all, but it doesn't belong anywhere higher than that. It's just good, and it's too bad that it is where it is. But if he went undercover in suburbia, yeah, absolutely. Hey, Trash Man, how you doing, bro? Okay, next up we got Oh, this is gonna piss everybody off. Fuck yeah. Hokkaido. This one's gonna make some people mad. Good. Get mad. Let the fucking hate flow through you. I've never been a fan of Hokkaido. Never been a huge fan of it. I think it's a good map. But is it a great map? You got one target that doesn't move. And you got another target that has really shitty patterns of moving. And a really shitty lure for Hokkaido. The sauna lure for Yuki takes 20 fucking years. It's so frustrating. The ninja start is interesting. I like how it gives you a free katana. That's pretty neat. I like how the kills for Soders are all fairly unique. Because he doesn't move. I don't know. That's all I really have to say about it. It's good. It's middle of the road. I enjoy Hokkaido. I'm not gonna groan and moan when fucking people pick it in a tournament. I think it's a good map, but it's basically got one target. Like, if you really think about it, it's got one fucking target. You know, if you just throw the fucking thing on the wall and kill Soders, it's got one target. And a map that's this big and this vast with one target is a waste of fucking space. It's just, it might as well have just one target, because Soders doesn't do shit. So, I don't know. In my mind, Hokkaido had some really cool areas to explore. I like the concept of the facility and how it's in this illegal area in Japan. And all this stuff, but it just didn't do anything for me. When it first came out, I thought it was a lot cooler than I do now. When I first played it, like the day it came out, it was fucking awesome, I thought. But that was mostly just me being excited that we got a new map, because I was never a big fan of Colorado. So as soon as Colorado came out, I was like, man, fuck, I want the next map to come out. And then Hokkaido did, and I was like fucking pumped because it wasn't Colorado. You know? So, but the more you play it, it's like, well, I could take it or leave it. Hokkaido's whatever. It's not bad, but I'll take it. You know what? Just to be there. Okay. It's better than Dartmoor and Wilton Creek. Okay? You guys can put your fucking guns and pitchforks down. It's better than those ones. Can we agree on that? It's not as good as any of the maps above here. You can't really argue that, but you can argue that it's better than these two, and it is. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. How's that? Is that cool? We can agree on that? Hokkaido's decent, but it's also super limited. We want Rito. Yeah, I want a fucking cheese and ham sandwich, but that ain't gonna happen anytime soon, I'll tell you that much. Mostly because I don't have fucking cheese. Alright, well, yeah, Hokkaido's good. Hokkaido's good. Sure. Not great, though. Okay, next up, we got fucking Marrakesh. Now, Marrakesh is definitely not as good as Wilton Creek. This is one of the maps that never really has changed positions for me from the day I started playing it till today. I learned a lot more about it now, thanks to roulette spins. I've really explored every little avenue of this map, and nothing's changed. I think the exact same thing I thought when it first came out. It's one shade of color. He will go live just to prove your cheese opinion's wrong. If CJ wants to go live, and we could have a cheese debate right now, live in front of a live audience, I'll be all over that. We could debate about cheese. I'm fucking there. Marrakesh is just, I don't know. It's kind of like a nothing map, you know. Like there's so much to this map, but there's like it's Pepperjack fight you, fucking Gouda, bitch. Pepperjack these nuts. No, Marrakesh is like one of those maps that sent you my list through Discord. Dude, Declonius, you should make a video about that shit, man. Don't just send it to me, bro. Pepper Jack is the goat, especially when it's made with goat's fucking milk. Alright, anyways. Marrakesh, I don't even know what to say about this. I'm struggling to even think of words right now. How can anybody fight about cheese, though? I don't know, man. I don't know. I would fight somebody that said cottage cheese was good shit. If you were like, hey man, fuck Gouda, cottage cheese, bitch. I would, no, I'd probably get arrested for assault. I'd punch them in the mouth, for sure. Because you can't say stupid shit like that and then expect to get away unscathed, you know? Cottage cheese can eat fucking so many dicks. Cottage cheese literally is dicks. It tastes like dicks. It's awful. At least fucking other cheeses don't taste like dicks. Fuck. Don't even get me started. We're not talking about cottage cheese. We're talking about Marrakesh. Alright? So, Marrakesh is one of those maps that fucking, it really just has never changed positions for me because Marrakesh, man, now you got me thinking about fucking Pepper Jack and Gouda and cottage cheese and shit. And Havarti, oh, that's some good stuff too. God damn it. Fuck. Somebody say something valid about Marrakesh and give me an opinion so I can, Mendoza is the cottage cheese of Hitman? Fuck yeah, that's a good way to put it. Hell yeah. If Berlin is the Gouda, Mendoza's the cottage cheese. That's a great way to put it. Where does string cheese place? I can eat a whole pack. Dude, string cheese is the tits. I can eat a pack of 24 string cheese in one sitting. Dude, yeah, fuck yeah. String cheese is the bomb, man. I used to get that in my lunch. My mama would pack that for me all the time. I get fucking string cheese. I used to get stomach aches. Best stomach ache I ever got. Oh, the stomach ache feels like string cheese. Oh, it hurts so good. That's the fucking vibe I got from that shit. But fucking, I don't know. I don't know what to say about Marrakesh. I'm completely lost for words right now. I don't really feel too strongly about the consulate. I don't care about the riot going on outside. Constipated for 8 years. Try 30. But, you know, like, it is a very meh map. Yeah, it's very middle of the road. There's nothing memorable about it that puts it anywhere above where it is, but there's also nothing so shitty about it that it puts it below where it is. I don't want to compare it to big heaps of trash, because it's not a heap of trash. It's a decent map that I won't bitch, moan, and complain about if it gets brought up in a fucking roulette rivals match. But if I see, for example, a couple of names come up, and there's a couple of people playing a match, and one guy picks one map and the other guy picks Marrakesh, I'll be tempted not to watch that match, because I really don't care about Marrakesh. You know, like, there was a couple of matches that came up where it was like Dubai, Marrakesh, Dubai, Dartmoor. Like, I'm not watching that trash. I don't care who's playing. I'm not watching that. It's boring as fuck. What are you trying to do to us? Put us to fucking sleep mid-tournament? And I saw the numbers on those fucking live streams. Nobody fucking tuned into those either. Nobody wants to watch those maps. Marrakesh is one of those boring-ass maps. That's a good word for it. It's just boring. It's just boring. That's all. Maybe if it was a little more vibrant, you know? Set it at night. If it was set at night, that might actually fix a lot of its problems. Because I honestly like that bonus map of Marrakesh where it's set at night better than the actual mission itself. So, most of Marrakesh is relevant for contracts. That's the part that made me appreciate it more. See, I don't really play too many contracts, if any at all. I never play contracts, to be honest. So, I don't know. That's a thing that a lot of people might have differing opinions from me about, just because I don't play contracts and a lot of people do. So, Marrakesh has some good contracts in consulate and school, but not contracts that use the whole map really. Some really hard contracts in the cafe. I like the contracts in Marrakesh that are in one area and not ones that use the whole entire map. Okay, so it's a good map for contracts, basically. Okay, well, I'll give it that then. It's a good map for contracts. I'm going to leave it in good. And then everything else about it is just subpar, and it doesn't deserve to be any higher than it is. I don't hate it. I don't think anybody should hate it, but it's not great. So we'll just leave that alone. Next up, I think we're getting into the shit now. Oh, no. We got a couple more not so bad ones. Bangkok. I don't even know where to put this shit, Bangkok. I honestly don't. I was kind of disappointed when that one came out, because we went from Marrakesh to Bangkok 1 month apart, and that was shitty. And then we got Colorado. Oh man, yeah, Hitman 1 sucked. I gotta say. We got Paris and Sapienza. Holy fuck, mind blown. So sick. And then we got Marrakesh, Bangkok, Colorado. Just like boring, bland. You know what? Yeah, you guys are right. Not Mendoza. Bangkok is officially the first map that's not Mendoza. So it's not good. It isn't a good map. There are way too many fucking cameras. What is there, 1 camera box on the whole map, and it's behind a security door that you need a key card to get in? That isn't in the immediate area. So you either need to hack in there, or you need to shoot the door open, or around the 5-minute-ish mark, a chick will walk through. She's in a hotel staff outfit. She'll walk through the area and open the door for you, and you can tail her in there. But you need to be there at the 5-minute mark to get in there properly. So, it's just a fucking... It's a vertical mess of cameras and horrible Ken Morgan bullshit, and Jordan Cross is like nothing special of a target either. Speedrunning Bangkok makes you want to set things on fire. Well, the speedrun of Bangkok isn't too bad, but the fucking mission itself with the goddamn cameras everywhere, man. The cameras ruin it. Bangkok is a vertical map that lacks verticality. That's a good way to put it. Preferable in the hotel room before the wall-bang golf ball one. Wait, what's that going on, Coates? Could be better with a persistent shortcut on Jordan's side. Yeah, instead of having to cross over the roof, which you're fucking trespassing on, give us something else there, you know? Like, it's so fucking hard to get around that map. You're either trespassing or there's cameras. Like, fuck off. Give us some fucking leniency here. I'm not saying that we're all bitches and we want an easy route, but like, easier than what they give us would be nice. You know, it's asking too much of the player, especially your first time around. I remember watching Cammy play Bangkok for the first time. Cammy's brand new to the Hitman franchise. She's my IRL bestie. You guys already know her. Everybody knows Cammy. If you guys don't follow her already, I'm sure you probably will by the end of this stream, because otherwise a baby will fall on its face tomorrow and it'll be your fault. But, you know, just bring back the camera box outside of the security hut. Easy peasy. Yeah, right? Bring back at least one extra security camera box. Bring back fucking one more. But they gave us one behind a bullshit security door that's ridiculous to get inside. There's dudes everywhere. You can't just shoot the fucking door open. You can't just hack in there. You have to find the key card. You have to get inside. Then you have to wait for the enforcer to get out of the way. You know, if you're not wearing a fucking guard disguise, you basically have to knock everybody out in the room, or you're going to get spotted taking the fucking box out, or you got to shoot the box out and then make everybody around you fucking panic, and then it's just a shit show. It's not fucking good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in 2016 there was a camera box in the basement area. So, as far as I remember, I don't know. It was 5 years ago, so. And I never really played Bangkok that much, just because it was the first map that I felt was really, really weak when they brought it out. It's too bad. And it just, the map itself is bad in general, because there's also the source from Patient Zero, which is also a bullshit style to play Bangkok in. So it's just not a good map in general. I think for real, it's the first map that I'm gonna say is just bad. So it isn't Mendoza level bad, but it's certainly bad. Next up, we got Hawke's Bay. Another missed opportunity. It's a tutorial mission. It's not. Hawke's Bay is not meant to be taken seriously. It's a fucking tutorial map. There's nothing to it. Why would they even remove them? I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. Camera boxes should stay. I don't know why they did. But Hawke's Bay, I'm not going to pick on it too much. It's a bland, boring map with one house in the middle of it. It's a big open area with nothing there. It reminds me of old huge maps that were huge in space, but then ended up being a waste of space, like Hidden Valley comes to mind. In the Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, At the Gates is another one that's like that. Fucking Gunrunner's Paradise and Plutonium Runs Loose from Codename 47. Those oh my god. The fucking Find the Uva Tribe in Codename 47. It was a big open nothing map. Like, that's what Hawke's Bay is again. I thought we were done with those, but they did it again with this map. So, you know, there's one exit and it's a 1 minute 30 second run, running and doing nothing. Yeah, exactly. And the first time you enter the map, you're running and doing nothing up to the fucking house. You're literally just jogging along, admiring the scenery. It's with nothing there. There's not a single soul on the entire map when you first start it up, when you start from the boat. Or when you start anywhere, there's not a single NPC on the whole map. It's completely a tutorial mission, and there's no reason to say anything else about it. There's no reason to pick on it, but it isn't the greatest. Okay, next we got Out of Scale. I don't like this map. I never have. I was not happy with the way it ended Hitman 2. I don't like how the targets behave. I don't like how there's no real way to link them both up together. I don't like how one of the challenges is knock both the fucking sisters off the top of the keep. You know what you have to fucking do for that? You gotta kill everyone on the map so you can bring Zoe's body up all the way up the fucking stairs and drop her off the keep. It's bullshit. Like, at least with Sophia, you can knock her out up there. You can get her up there with one of the mission stories or something, and then fucking knock her out and drop her off the keep. But Zoe, you literally have to physically bring her up there. It's bullshit. This map is so... The structure is ridiculous. It makes no fucking sense. There's so many times where you have to scale the outsides of buildings so that you can get from A to B instead of just walking up the stairs like a normal person. You know, like what you can do in most maps. You can get up there via the stairs. No, you gotta scale the goddamn buildings. That's why it's literally, they should have changed the title to Isle of Scale, like SCALE. Because you're scaling the fucking buildings all the goddamn time. Every time I see people play this map, they're outside scaling the fucking buildings. Like, it's everything's just brown and brick, and it sucks. I'm not a fan of Scale at all. Not a fan of Scale. I never have been. I don't like any of the mission stories. Everything is just... they tried to do a dark brooding atmosphere like the old school games, and they fucking missed it. It just doesn't work. It's cool that it's just some random island in the middle of the Atlantic, but and you feel isolated when you're on that island, but then you get into the map and you realize how big this fucking thing is and how much there is to explore in this fucking map. And I've learned the map fairly well now compared to what I used to know of it, and I still get lost on this fucking thing because everything looks the fucking same. There's just nothing to it. For a map that has so many NPCs, it feels lifeless. It's not interesting to me. The targets aren't interesting. Nothing interesting about the map. I don't know. The disguises look nice. I mean, if face masks are your thing, then sure, but I don't think so. Not my opinion. Anyway, scale is whatever. I'll take it or leave it. I don't mind it for roulettes, but as a mission itself, not interested. Don't like the speed runs. Don't like the overall environment. Don't like the mission stories. Don't like any people. Anytime people play contracts on this map, they look boring as fuck and they look just ridiculous. Don't like any of the exit points. The constant walking around the map is a constant fucking pain in the dick. Because he's just constantly interfering with shit. Especially if you're playing a roulette and you have a fucking target isolated, there's a good chance the constant's gonna fucking walk in the room and see the isolated unconscious body and fuck you up. Like he's such a pain in the dick. So I'm not a fan of scale. Okay, we got 3 more to go. I'm not gonna rank the ICA facility because it's whatever. It's a tutorial map. Colorado. Biggest disappointment up until Mendoza, in my mind, just because it's orange as fuck. Way too many targets for a map that's so small. Immediate hostile environment the second you enter the mission. Like, damn, dude, really? You're gonna fucking drop that one on us right off the bat? Like, we're not allowed to go anywhere without a disguise? Like, really? I know it's fine because a lot of us are Sasso runners, but chill out. Mr. O'Noodle, I just got here. What makes Mendoza so bad for you? Oh, don't you worry. I will tell you that in a second. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to go into detail about Colorado. I've already talked about Colorado a lot. I don't like how the basement Colorado is so glitched and so bugged out that if you take a disguise in the basement, the very next disguise you take is going to be rendered moot. You're not going to be... It won't give you any disguise power at all. You're going to be fucking in hostile environment again. And there's nothing you can do to change that. So you're not allowed to take any disguises in the basement area. Which is so fucking stupid. It makes no sense to me. At least give Mendoza this. It has a banger soundtrack. Nah, I don't agree. I'm a heavy metal guy. Talk trash about Mendoza. This should be... Oh, I will. Okay, you guys want me to get to Mendoza, so I will get to Mendoza. There's a challenge on Out of Skill called Couldn't Resist, where you have to eliminate the constant with the switch. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's... I mean, cool, I guess, but it's fucking stupid. I don't know. Anyways, Colorado, it's shitty. Dubai is next. Dubai is just a glorified tutorial map. Really boring target placements. You can beat this mission in 10 fucking seconds. What? It's the most... I don't know, like... Dubai was so grandiose when you first enter it. With the way you enter the mission, the way you're scaling the Burj Al Ghazali, and then you get inside the map, and now you're in Boringville. Like, there's nothing to this one. It's so... limited in so many ways. It's the atmosphere of the map itself isn't good. I don't like the daytime way it is. It's set in the fucking daytime. Again, the target placements. What the fuck were they thinking? You can literally kill one, shoot him up there, shoot the other one, go and fucking head on to the elevator. Boom, you got it. That's 10 seconds done. Almost a year to create Dubai? Yeah, it took them almost a year to create Dubai? What? It's not even that big of a map. It's actually kind of small in a lot of ways. I don't know. Dubai was a missed opportunity as well. It could have been really good. You know what? No, I gotta keep it where it is. It's not as bad as Mendoza, but it's absolutely not a good map at all. I really think that the one thing that comes to mind when I think of Dubai is boring. so fucking boring. Like, it is just, it's mind-numbing. Like, I can't, nothing is interesting. There's nothing of interest in the whole map. It's so fucking boring and limited and just, I don't know. I've explored everything in Dubai. I can't find a single fucking thing that's fun to me about it. It's just really boring. That's the map to me. Boring as fuck. And Carpathian Mountains, I mean, you can't even, it's a train. I already went on off a big spiel about this shit. Like, the Carpathian Mountains, Romania is a straight line. So, whatever. It's a straight line. You can't pick on a straight line. It's a Hitman Absolution map in a Hitman 3 game, which makes no fucking sense to me. Probably had to work as slaves for a year for the allowance to use it as a map. I feel like, yeah, that's what they were doing, because it obviously has no... They didn't seem to... They showed it off as their main fucking event when showing off Hitman 3. And you'd think they'd be showing off something they're really proud of, but when you play the map, it feels like they didn't give a fuck when they were making the map. I don't know. It feels like they did when they're showing it off. I don't know. Dubai's just boring. I have no interest in ever playing Dubai. It's one of the most boring maps in the franchise. Not just the trilogy, the entire fucking franchise. Dubai is one of the most boring maps. Never been a fan of it. And then Mendoza. Oh my fucking god. When the only thing going for you that you have about the map is the fact that you're hearkening back to a superior map, like fucking a vintage year from Hitman Blood Money. You got to use the 2006 code on the fucking safe. You got to mark a vintage year on the fucking wine cellar area, just to make people realize, oh, hey, fan service. This is a map about fan service. Please like our map. Please buy our game. Remember, we remember the old games too. You know, fuck off with this shit. If you don't have anything of substance right away to get the player engaged, then we've got a fucking problem. Stop relying on the old shit to get people invested in your new shit. Mendoza, a fan service map? Fuck yeah, it is. It's literally a vintage year, shot for shot. There's not a single fucking thing. It's just a bigger version of a vintage year from Blood Money. That's all it is. It's just that. And the vintage year was done better. So, Mendoza has so many fucking problems. The starting locations are trash. Tamara Vidal is one of the most annoying, ridiculous fucking targets in the history of the franchise. Every single time people start this map, they're either starting from the shrine or they're starting as the waiter. That's it. Whenever you watch a roulette spin on fucking Mendoza, it's people starting as the waiter, they go upstairs, they isolate Vidal, then they go upstairs, they pass the fucking frisking point without getting frisked because this shit is broken as fuck. I know I didn't want to mention the broken trash about maps because I let that one slide for Haven because whatever. Fuck it, it's my tier list, I'll say what I want. Haven's great, despite its flaws. Mendoza's shit, a lot because of its flaws. The broken trash. Mendoza is the one map that, when I play it, I'm angry. Every fucking time I play, and not even when I'm playing it, just when I'm looking at it, I'm angry. I get pissed off, just from looking at the fucking thing. So, when you get into the map, what are you gonna do? You're gonna start as a fucking waiter, or you're gonna start in the shrine, and you're gonna isolate, and you're gonna kill Yates, and then you're gonna go over and fucking isolate Vidal in the bathroom and kill her there, right? That's the way you're gonna do it, because there's no real interesting way to get Vidal besides that, unless you do some funky shit with some exploding lamps or something, in which case maybe you're gonna fucking blow up some of the other NPCs, you know, which I've tried to do multiple times to make things interesting, and all of a sudden you're killing non-targets. Fuck this shit. Mendoza it's got wall hacks in it now? Like, what? Since when does Mendoza have wall hacks? It was already shit. Now all of a sudden there's wall hacks? What? I don't know about you guys, but I watched T-Nort's videos. He's done a few videos of demonstrating the wall hacks in Mendoza. They're literally just as bad as fucking Hawke's Bay. You will put Don Yates, you'll secret Don Yates into his bathroom, right? He starts puking in the fucking toilet. Then you take out one of the guards downstairs by the downstairs area right before Yates goes upstairs to his room, right? So they're right below his room. Take out one of the guards there, or you bring one of the guards upstairs, right? And then you take them out. Yates is gonna see you through his fucking wall while he's puking in the bathroom while you're strangling his one guard. Like it's total trash. And the exits, don't even fucking get me started on the exits, man. And don't even fucking get me started on the ICA drop points. What the fuck were they thinking with that shit? The only practical drop point for an ICA pickup is in the shrine when you start in the shrine. All the rest of them are trash. The boat hut, the other side of the fucking map by the grapevine area, the fucking theater room, the fucking attic above Yates's plate. What the fuck are you doing? Like, what kind of fucking pickups are that? The smuggle locations are shit. Yeah, absolutely. The smuggle locations are ass. They're trash. What the fuck? They were all stoned when they made Mendoza. They were all fucking stoned. Like, it's absolutely a fucking shit show. The way that they designed Mendoza. And then let me fucking mention the Tango exit. The Tango shit? Okay. First of all, if you're gonna fucking give us a Tango exit, make it so we can skip the goddamn cutscene, please. I don't want to fucking watch that every time. That should be a mandatory view case once. The first time you do the map. That's it. After that, let us skip the fucking cutscene. Oh, you're not going to? Oh, hey, we found a loophole. It's an explosive thing. We're gonna put a fucking concussion bomb right by the fucking Tango shit, and then we're good, right? Okay, great. We found it. Oh, hey, it works. Oh shit, sometimes it doesn't. Why? What happened? Well, because this time it didn't work. But why didn't it work? The explosion cutscene end thing, it works most of the time. Yeah, but this time it didn't. Why? Well, we don't know. We just didn't feel like it working right now. Oh, okay, so, yeah, we just thought, go fuck yourself. That's why, because you bought our game, and it sucks to be you. We got your money, bitch. So, that's the fucking vibe I get from Mendoza. It's fan service, but also fuck you because you're our fans. That's how Mendoza feels to me. It hates our fans, and it loves our fans at the same time. It's definitely appealing to a casual audience, way more than... Well, just a very specific casual audience. Not even the majority of casuals. I've seen a lot of casuals rate this map very low on the list. It's not a good map. Especially in a Hitman where it is released with Berlin and Chongqing? Are you fucking stoned? You're gonna bring out two of the best maps that we've ever seen in the history of the franchise that are universally beloved by the fucking fan base. And then the very next map that you have in line after that is one of the shittiest maps we've ever... Why the fuck wouldn't you clue into the fact that you have something good going with the other two maps? Like, let's keep that going. Let's keep making good shit. No, they're gonna give us a shit fan service hacked version of Vintage Year, followed by a straight line on a train. Two completely missed opportunity. Well, one missed opportunity with Romania, and then just another fucking total shit show. Slap in the face. Absolute fucking shit show. Mendoza is the worst map in the trilogy. Maybe the worst map in 15 years. I don't know. I can't think of any maps I like better than this one, or I hate more. Maybe Hidden Valley in Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. Maybe that one, because it's an RNG broken mess. But besides that, but that game's 20 years old, so why are you going to compare a game that's 20 years old to something that just came out this year? I'm not going to do that. That's not fair. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Because it came out this year, Mendoza is the shittiest map in the fucking franchise, period. It sucks. Fuck Mendoza. It's the worst thing we could ever fucking ask for. So, there you go.
there's my ranking of the Hitman franchises. Or sorry, trilogies map list. Hope you guys thought it was good. Really appreciate you guys listening. Thanks so much.